Everyone knows what ChatGPT is, an AI tool that you can talk. And honestly, at the time when it first came out, I didn't really think much of it. Like I was new to programming and I mostly thought of it as a way to write better essays and just get answers to like math questions. But after seeing many developers using it to help them code, I was like, oh damn, I really need to get on this boat for the simple reason that if I don't, then other developers will move ahead of me as a result of them having this tool. The importance of ChatGPT within the development space or any sort of AI tool is that it speeds up the learning process. And especially due to its accessibility and it being free for the most part, if you can use this the correct way, it will truly speed up the process of you learning how to code or launching something like a business like I am doing right now. So the way I use ChatGPT within my coding day mostly comes down to just looking for errors within my code. For the most part, I run into a ton of errors like any sort of developer should. Rather than spending time typing my answer into Stack Overflow and then waiting for an answer, I'm just getting an instant reply on ChatGPT. And prior to 2022, before ChatGPT, Stack Overflow was the standard of getting answers to questions you didn't know. And looking back, it was super inefficient, mostly because you had to like type it up and then wait for an answer, and then you may get a response back. Like you weren't even confirmed to get an answer. Like it was really weird. So by having that instant one-to-one conversation with a mentor per se, it truly helps me get answers right away and code much faster. Another thing that it's kind of underrated within ChatGPT and how I use it is the language translation. So sometimes when I am using APIs or I'm getting stuff from a different programming language, mostly from Python, I'd like to translate it into JavaScript because that's the thing I code in. So all I do is I just copy the Python code and I just ask it to translate it for me to JavaScript, and it works mostly well. Now, quick disclaimer before I end the video. What is super important is that you don't use it as the end all be all of your programming journey. When I started using this tool, I used it as a way to just copy and paste code that I didn't know. And all it did was make me a worse programmer because I was just getting code, looking at it, not knowing what was going on, and then pasting it. And in the moment, you might think that's a good idea because, you're getting the answers right away. But if you're making a pretty complex application with different pages and different components, it gets confusing pretty quick. This isn't to say that you shouldn't copy code because everyone should, but understand what you are copying. Let's say you don't know how to use for loops, right? And you ask ChatGPT to get a for loop. Well, before copying it, ask it what it means and how it got there and explaining it to you. Slowly over time, just by asking it questions and reading the code and then copying it and seeing how it works, you will get a better understanding of the program and learn at a pretty high rate. So remind yourself that this is a tool, not the end all be all of program, because you want to be a good programmer as well. And yeah, that's mostly it. Just errors, checks, and program translations. It's pretty basic, but it is an awesome tool because it saves you a ton of time. So if you enjoyed the video, my name is Azar, and if you want to contact me, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Discord, so I'll leave those things in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.